So, Andy, your background in estate agency is really, really varied, right? And I mean that in a very, very good way. So, we're looking at Foxton, Spicer Hart. You've ran independents as if they were your own business. Why do you think that varied career is important when you're helping agents set up as an independent agent with Keller Williams?
I think the easiest way to describe that is, so one of those brands, I won't say which one in particular, but I would say one of their biggest downfalls was they had staff that had been there for potentially 15 years, and all of the senior level of management had only ever worked at one brand. I think where they had their arm tied behind their back was there was just no external perception. There was no varied experience of learning from different managers, learning different styles. And I think that's one of the things that's always put me in good stead in terms of I've learned the independent way of doing things, and that is normally led by a lot of passion and drive and just how you do things, spinning lots of plates. At the same time, working in a corporate environment, then it's very, very structured and rigid. And I think it's by the time you merge all of those into one, then you've got a varied exposure level of different ways of doing the same job, and it all marries up into one, let's say, considered approach of how to do good estate agency. And I think that's where I find coaching someone from, example, Purple Bricks, that's only ever known how to pitch a one-off fee product versus someone brand new and having managed people with no experience before in the past, and kind of seeing someone from a corporate environment. It's very easy to then look at all that different skill set and say, how would you, in particular, having been in that environment myself, do this role?
I'm going to put you on the spot here because I know you love being put on the spot, right? What is one thing that you want to share with the guys watching that you've taken from corporate that is a hint or a tip? And the same question goes for an independent.
So I think corporate would be know your figures and have a pattern and KPIs. Ultimately, every single business. So in whether it be Portsmouth, Birmingham, London, wherever I've worked in the UK, you do 15 viewings. 15 viewings normally means one sale, and there's conversion ratios all the way through, and you can vary those with different skill sets, but it's those conversion ratios and knowing your numbers inside and out. You can then focus on input very, very accurately and know what's going to come out the other end. Independent, just looking after your clients more. Corporate is a bit of a machine because of those KPIs. You're driven by numbers. The client becomes a number. I think in independent, your client becomes an individual. I think it's marrying up the thing of knowing your KPIs, but also whilst delivering the service.
So there we have it, right? A holistic, rounded approach to estate agency. If that interests you, get in contact.